This is Standing Watch. And now, Evangelist Norbert Link.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to our Standing Watch program. Is President Trump fulfilling a providential role these days? Has he been preordained to carry out his function, and nothing will stop him from doing that? Before I go on, let me just say that I know that some, if not many of you who are listening, who are watching me, will be disappointed and critical because they feel I don't give President Trump enough credit. And others may be upset because they may think I'm giving him too much credit. Well, the purpose of this program has nothing to do with giving him credit or not giving him credit. It has to do with pointing out the fulfillment of biblical prophecy. Now, there can be no doubt that the Robert Mueller report last week exonerated President Trump from collaboration, collusion with Russia, and it didn't find evidence to support the concept of filing charges against him for obstruction of justice. Now, of course, the Democrats are not happy with that, and they are trying everything they can in view of the election coming up in 2020 to get him. But let me make one point very clear. They will not succeed. President Trump will stay the President of the United States beyond 2020. Let me backtrack a little bit. When President Trump made the announcement, when he was Donald Trump, remember the scene when he came down the elevator in the Trump Tower, that he would run for president. I stated publicly that he is not only going to be the candidate for the Republican Party, he is going to be the next president. Most people at that time completely and totally rejected that concept. And also, after he became president, I made again a very public statement to the effect that he is going to stay president, and if there are new elections in 2020, he is going to be re-elected. Some say today, well, that's a possibility. Even the left-wing media is grudgingly admitting that it's possible. It's not possible. It's a certainty. You can take that to the bank. The reason is because he has to fulfill a providential role. There are several functions which he has to carry out. One has to do with the relationship between the United States of America and Israel. At this point, a close friendship exists between President Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu. And let me just say, don't count him out too quickly either. There's investigation going on against him, but I believe that he is going to be re-elected when the elections are going to take place in Israel. And this friendship between Netanyahu and Trump will continue, because even in this regard, Trump has to fulfill a role. Now, recently, Secretary of State was asked whether he thinks that Trump is kind of fulfilling the role which ancient Queen Esther did. Now, you remember the situation with Queen Esther. She was used by God to see to it that the Jews at the time in the Persian Empire wouldn't be destroyed. President Trump is being compared now with Queen Esther, according to Mr. Pompeo, because insofar as the relationship between Israel and Iran is concerned. Now, I'm not here to tell you on this program if there is going to be a war between Israel and Iran, who is going to win. But I am here to tell you that an important function of President Trump is to be considered. Again, let's go back a little. He was a president who acknowledged and recognized Jerusalem as the capital, the undivided capital of Israel. He was the one who transferred the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. He now also accepted the Golden Heights as part of Israel. Nobody else could have done that. No other president could have done that. Why do I say that? Because no other president did. President Obama didn't do it. President Bush didn't do it. Prior presidents didn't do it. President Trump is not only compared to Queen Esther, he is also compared to the one who was instrumental in allowing the Jews to build the second temple. Of course, King Cyrus. He is compared to King Cyrus not just by some Jews at the fringes. No, he is compared to King Cyrus in respect to fulfilling a role in helping to build the third temple by many Jews and by many Christians. And you know what, my friends? A third temple is prophesied to be built prior to Christ's return. It's a prophecy which has to be fulfilled. And again, I dare to say, nobody else than President Trump in the role of President of the United States of America could do that, could have done that, would do that. In addition, we see a deterioration of relationships between the United States of America and Europe, and in particular Germany. And this relationship is also important in regards to the relationship between Europe, particularly Germany, and Israel. Remember the close friendship existing between the United States of America and Israel. Last week or so, the German parliament refused to accept a resolution which was brought into parliament by a very small opposition party, the FDP, which was supported actually by the AfD, the anti-Muslim party, to stop always voting in the UN against Israel, singling Israel out, because Angela Merkel's history has been just about every resolution which was proposed in the UN, they supported. Now, the German parliament didn't support that resolution by the FDP and the AfD to stop that. And so even German papers felt this was the epitome of hypocrisy and cowardness, what was going on there in the German parliament. What they fail to recognize is that many people in the German parliament have anti-Semitic and anti-Israel positions. And I don't care about what they may be saying. I do care about what they are doing or what they are not doing. Now, subsequent to that, a resolution was adopted in the UN Human Rights Council, again singling out Israel, condemning it, but the European member states voted against that one for the first time. However, Germany is not part of the Council, so they were not present. So the member states which actually voted against this resolution, which nevertheless was passed in that council, were Austria, Bulgaria, the Czech Republic, Denmark, Hungary, Italy, Slovakia, Spain, and the United Kingdom. Now, the Bible tells you that a core Europe is going to develop very soon. A core Europe consisting of 10 nations or groups of nations. Many of those member states, which I just mentioned to you, are not going to be part of that core Europe. But those who are going to be part of it will be fundamentally anti-Semitic and anti-Israel, which again will further deteriorate the relationship between those member states of core Europe, Germany in particular, and President Trump's United States of America. Now, I'm not here to put blame on either side. I'm not saying, oh, well, it's all President Trump's fault that the relationship is so bad, or it's all Europeans' fault that it's so bad. But let me just say, even though officially many European member states attack President Trump for insisting that tariffs should be leveled on German cars, or Germany should do more, paying more of their dues in NATO. But behind the scenes, they are pretty much agreeing with President Trump that yes, Germany should pay more and should do more. So again, the verdict is still out as to who is responsible, but that's not the point. The point is biblical prophecy is being fulfilled, and they could only be fulfilled insofar as what I've covered today under a president like President Trump. And that's why I'm telling you he's going to stay in power until all the things which the Bible is saying must be fulfilled will be fulfilled. In order to help you understand better what the Bible actually does say, because you don't need to take my word for it at all, check it out for yourself. Okay, we have 3 free booklets prepared for your education. all based on biblical prophecy. One is the fall and rise of Britain and America. Another one, the fall and rise of the Jewish people. And thirdly, the 10 European revivals of the ancient Roman Empire. Taking these booklets together, and we have many more, will tell you very clearly why what I said today is absolutely true. And I don't care how many thumbs down I will receive for this program. I do care that you hear the truth, and in time will realize that the truth has been given to you. Thank you very much for listening. This is Norbert Link for the Standing Watch program.
Standing Watch is a presentation by The Church of the Eternal God, P.O. Box 270519, San Diego, California 92198. More information is also available at our website, eternalgod.org.